Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, here back with another reaction video. Today, we finna react to the what's this damn video called again? Can we?
What separates a
No,
WWE superstar from a glorified punching bag?
Alright, so for 5 seasons, the Wayans bros
how the Wayans bros went from being slept on to a classic. That's what this video is. So yeah, I got to do this off the video player. Like I said, something going on with my OBS and my computer and the OBS and the YouTube's just not working. This seems to be working a little better where I got to download. I'm gonna try to see what the fuck going on. I'm being too lazy to not fix what's going on. Probably gotta. Probably got a lot of backup files that need to be cleaned out this damn computer, but we'll see. Hopefully that's the problem, and I can get it fixed. I can get that fixed in no time. That's what we got the CC cleaner for, to fix that up. But we'll see though. We'll see though. But anyway, so without further ado, man, let's get right into this. The Wayne Bros for being slept on to a classic for sure. Hey man, the Wayans Bros been a classic, man. Nobody's sleeping on this show. It was just on a new network. That's all it was. If it was on an established network, it probably would have did better. But because it was on a new network, it didn't get the love and recognition it deserved right away. But it definitely got it later on. No question. So yeah, but without further ado, man, let's get right into this, shall we? Let's get right into it, bro.
Alright, so for 5 seasons, the Wayans bros gave us comedy
We're
gold,
happy and we're singing
wild
and we're
moments,
colored.
heart, and two real
Give me
brothers
a
who just
high
clicked on
five.
screen. But in the 90s, it was fighting for attention in a TV landscape full of heavy hitters, and it never quite got the shine that it deserved. Today, we're talking about how the Wayans bros went from slept on in the 90s to a certified classic today. Sean and Marlon Wayans played exaggerated versions of themselves, Sean being the responsible one, running a newsstand.
Ever since I was a little kid, I always had a dream of being somebody. We got a lot of work to do. Look, we got to restock the shelves, we got inventory.
And Marlon being the wild card, getting into any kind of get-rich-quick scheme or chasing an acting career.
Everybody! What you mean they ain't jobs?
And then there was Pops, played by the legendary John Witherspoon,
Yeah,
who ran a diner
boy.
and delivered some of the funniest one-liners in sitcom history.
This is my 13th cup this morning.
Macaroni.
Michael Jackson is the Puerto Rican.
Bang.
Somebody said, don't make me
Take off my belt.
Help me, somebody, please, help me, please. Help me, please. Help me, please, help me.
And add in Anna Maria Horsford as Dee, the no-nonsense security guard, and you had a perfect comedic balance. And the show's setting was quite interesting too, even evolving over time throughout the show. In season 1 taking place in Harlem, giving it a true neighborhood vibe, then in season 2 shifting into the fictional Niedermeyer building at Rockefeller Center, with the newsstand and the diner sharing the same bustling lobby. It was a smart change that brought the whole cast into closer, funnier contact. With a cast this strong, sharp writing, real chemistry, and smart world building, it had everything a hit sitcom needed except one thing: the right stage to perform on. When the Wayans Bros premiered on January 11, 1995, it wasn't just a new sitcom, it was part of a brand new network launch, the WB.
Yes,
And it
sir.
was still figuring out its audience, finding affiliates, and carving out its place in the TV world. If you were on NBC, ABC, CBS, or Fox, you basically had a national megaphone. Millions of households, huge marketing budgets, and ratings to match. The
Yup.
WB, not so much though. In its first years, it was pulling in just a fraction of those viewers. Even by 1999, the year the show ended, NBC was averaging over 15 million viewers a week, while the WB was lucky to hit 4.5. From day one, Sean and Marlon were playing in a
Yeah, the WB and the UPN was not doing so well. UPN was doing a lot better. WB was at the fucking shitter until they started bringing out all the white shows. Once they started bringing out Smallville and I don't want to wait for our lives to be over. Something I don't know the words to the song, but you know the show. I don't wanna wait for our lives to be over. Once they started pumping out all the white folk shows, WB took off. Yeah, left UPN behind, but UPN still had the black audience, so that's why UPN still goated in our eyes. You know, so that's why we value UPN more than we value WB. Even though WB started off with the black shows and they had the better black shows. Let's be real, they had the better black shows. Come on, they had the Wayans Bros. They had fucking Jamie Foxx show. Like the WB had the better shows. Like, let's be real. Like UPN had Everybody Hates Chris, 101, Moesha. I guess you could say Girlfriends. But I mean, that's for the women though. I guess. But like WB had the more iconic shows. Like Wayans, what are all those shows compared to the Wayans Bros and the Jamie Foxx show? Exactly. I rest my case.
Smaller arena. You could be firing on all comedic cylinders, but if your network can't put you in front of enough people, you're basically
you gonna die. You gonna die.
And that's exactly what happened. The Wayans Bros wasn't a show people rejected. It was a show many never got a chance to even see. And without big network promo power, it was constantly overshadowed by juggernauts like Friends, Seinfeld, Home Improvement, The Fresh Prince, etc., etc. And the critics didn't help either. Many brushed it off as too silly or too broad, while other networks poured praise on shows that were safer, more advertiser friendly, and frankly, not as funny. So the Wayans Bros kept grinding, building a loyal audience in the margins, while the mainstream was looking somewhere else. Then in May 1999, it was over. 5 seasons, 101 episodes, and no series finale. Over the years,
they got them white folk shows. That's what happened, bro. That's why we don't fuck with the WB like that. We embrace it for what it gave us, but we don't fuck with them because they just got rid of all the shows. A lot of shows didn't get proper send-offs. The Jamie Foxx show got a proper send-off. I don't know about Parenthood. I think Parenthood got canceled. I can't tell you shit about the Steve Harvey show because I don't watch that garbage. Fuck Steve Harvey. What was the other? Was it another show? I'm trying to think. Was it another show? Nope. Like, bro, once they got their white shows, once they got Smallville and fucking Dawson's Creek and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, once they had their cash cows, WB was like, away with the black folks. Just tosh. We're good done with the black folks. We don't need them anymore. We found our shows. We are a proper network now. Send them over to UPN. That's what they did. They said they did away with the black shows and said we got our white audience. We good now. We use y'all for what y'all was. We use y'all. Go to UPN. That's what UPN is for. If you want to be at the black show, go to UPN. Don't come over here no more. We don't want y'all over here no more. No, we good. That's what they did. That's why we don't fuck with UPN. I mean, not in the UPN. That's why we don't fuck with WB like that. Well, Saturday mornings though. Saturday morning cartoons though. Yeah, WB still goated, but UPN will always be the staple of the black community.
There's plenty of rumors have popped up that the WB canceled it to target a different demographic or that it didn't fit the network's vision. But there's no solid evidence for any of those theories. But the one theory that is supported by actual evidence is declining ratings. By its final season, the numbers weren't what they once were. And on a young network like the WB, that was enough to pull the plug. But just because it ended didn't mean it disappeared. Right after cancellation, it went right into syndication. WGN started airing it in cities that had never had the WB.
Two brothers. You gonna be like Johnson and Johnson. Two attitudes. Beavis and Butthead. 2 times the fun, 5 times a week. The Wayans brothers. Weeknights.
Then came Ion in 2007, and later MTV2, VH1, and BET, keeping it alive deep into the 2010s and beyond. This is when people really started to realize how good of a show this was on a mass scale. The chemistry, the timing, the absurd setups, all of it was suddenly in front of way more eyes than the WB could have ever imagined. It's no accident that younger fans today put the Wayans bros in the same breath as Martin or the Fresh Prince, and add to the case of its current popularity, just recently the complete series.
As it should be. As it motherfucking should be. It should always be in the same breath as them shows. It was always on the level. It was never a B tier. It was always an A tier show. Now I don't know about S tier, because you know S tier, that's Martin and Fresh Prince. We gotta separate the great from the good. You feel me? But it's definitely in the A tier for sure. If we had to do a tier list, I think I don't know how many tier lists we did on black television shows on this channel, but definitely an A tier show by far. Is it S tier? Is it up there with Martin? Nah. Is it up there with Martin and Fresh Prince? Nah. But it's definitely is on the cusp. It's like literally right on the cusp of it. It can honestly be in the top 3, and I wouldn't be mad if you said it was a top 3 black television show or television sitcom. I wouldn't be mad at it if you said that. Like that. That's yeah. I would agree with that if you said it was a top 3.
Series DVD set finally dropped in February of 2025, decades after the show ended.
They been dropped the DVD a long time ago. I remember they only had like the first 2 seasons on DVD. And this was like back in, I want to say like 03, 04, 05. They only had the first 2 seasons. They never dropped season 3, season 4, or season 5. They only had season 1 and 2. That was it on DVD. So if you ever wanted like the DVD quality, and then if you ever like went to like Pirate Bay or one of the torrent sites and tried to download it, and you got like a BET, and you got the BET version because it had BET at the bottom of it, and that's why. Nowadays, you can get these in a DVD quality now and shit. And plus, the first 2 seasons, they had more like shit that got cut out. They had like extra skits that got cut out, so you had more to look at. Like season 1 and season 2, I don't know if it's on the newer DVDs, but on the ones that came out around like 2002, 2003, 2004, those ones, they had like bonus like skits that was like cut from the show. Like it was still in the show, but they were still there. Like, yo, it was crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro. They cut so much material out to for time's sake, because definitely a lot of episodes went past like the 30-minute mark with the skits that they had in there.
Not because it didn't deserve one sooner, but because it took this long for the show's reputation to match its quality. So yeah, the Wayans Bros was underrated, but not because it didn't connect with people. It's just because the platform it was on never gave it the push it deserved. It's proof that in TV, especially in the 90s, being great wasn't enough. You had to be in the right place at the right time with the right machine behind you. And if you weren't, you could have an all-time great show and still end up slept on. But thanks to reruns, streaming, and fans who never let it fade, it finally got its flowers. I guess it's better late than never.
Alrighty, man. That's just gonna about do it for this one, man. Most definitely, man. Most definitely, man. For sure. So yeah, man, that's just gonna about do it for this one. Most definitely, the Wayans Bros is most definitely a certified hood classic. Hey man, you know, sometimes it takes a while for shows to get their flowers, man. And, you know, Wayans Bros one of them shows that took a while to get their flowers, but hey, it is what it is. Anyway, so that's just gonna about do it for this one. I will see you all in the next video. Till then, deuces.